What's up guys, Little Dog here. Today we're doing the quest Family Crest. This quest is one of the requirements for the Legends quest, so we're going to get it out of the way. What you're going to need for this quest is one cooked shrimp, a cooked salmon, a cooked tuna, a cooked bass, and a cooked swordfish for the first portion. 2 cut rubies for the second portion of the quest. 1 anti-poison, 1 magic combat set, and 100 of each of the air, water, earth, and fire runes for the final boss you have to defeat in this quest. You don't need this all at the same time in your inventory, but you can bring it all at the same time because it doesn't take up too much room, and you'll still have room for the recommended items. Those recommended items I would have you bring are going to be about 10 food for the second part of the quest, in which you have to mine some gold in a room full of hellhounds, as well as solve a puzzle while being attacked by ogres, and an anti-poison for yourself, because when you fight the final boss, he doesn't poison you, but there are red spiders around that can poison you, and they will attack you while you're fighting the final boss. So that food and anti-poison is going to be helpful for helping you survive, especially if you're a lower level. To begin this quest, you're going to speak to Dimithius, who is just north of the fancy clothes dress shop in the southeastern corner of Varrock. He's going to be in or around the house that is got the red square around it right now. So like I said, you're going to want to talk to Dimithius in his house and choose the first chat option when the option comes up. Why would a nobleman live in a dump like this? Just continue to click through the dialogue until you get more options, and then choose the second option. So where is this crest? He's going to tell you that his sons took it when they went off and moved out. So he asks you to find his sons to get the crest back. Say, okay, I will help you. And then he's going to tell you where his first son is located. He says there's a house west of the gates of Varrock. That's going to be Gertrude's house. He can be in or around the house. So you can home teleport to get there to Varrock, or walk. Home teleporting is just slightly faster to get there, so it could save a little bit of time. Like I said, he can be in or around the house, so you're gonna have to look around. For me, he was in the house, so you're gonna talk to him and select the first chat option. Are you Caleb Fitzharmon? He will say that he is, and he'll tell you that he has a piece of the sigil or the crest. So choose the first chat option. What happened to the rest? And he's gonna tell you that him and his other 2 brothers fought over it, and now they all each have a piece. He says he'll give you his piece if you get some food for him. So say, okay, I'll get those. And then he's going to take all those pieces of cooked fish from your inventory and give you his piece of the crest. So say thank you very much, and then you're going to talk to him again and say, what happened to the rest of the crest once more. And he's going to tell you where to find his other brother who might have a piece. So he said that his brother might have talked to the gem trader in El Carrot. So you're going to head to El Carrot. The fastest way to get there is just home teleport. And he's just north of the lodestone. When you speak to the gem trader, choose the third chat option. I'm in search of a man named Avan Fitzharmon. And then continue to click through the dialogue. He'll tell you he came by looking for some pure gold, and that he can be found in the mine to the north. So he can be found wandering anywhere around the red square there. So just run north. And when you talk to him, you're going to choose the second chat option. I'm in search of a man named Avan Fitzharmon. He'll tell you that you found the right guy, and that you can get his portion of the family crest by getting the purest gold and creating him a perfect ruby ring and a perfect ruby necklace for the girl that he loves. And since he's a nobleman, he doesn't want to get her something crappy. He says you can find perfect gold from a dwarf named Boot. He's located in the Dwarven Mines right here. All you have to do is home teleport to Faldor, go down the mines, and he's going to be in the southwestern corner right by Hammerspug's hangout, right there in the red. So, like I said, home teleport to Faldor. You're going to walk northeast to get to the mines. And then climb down the ladder. And you're going to head southwest. Now you need to talk to Boot once you get there. And when you talk to him, you're going to choose the first chat option. Hello, I'm in search of very high quality gold. He'll tell you about the gold in the Witch Haven dungeon. This is just in the eastern side of Ardoin in Witchhaven. So just home teleport to Ardoin. And you can go through the fields here, but it might actually be faster to walk through Ardoin itself. Now, the cave we need to go down is called the Old Ruins. So it's just a little bit south of where I am now. You can see it right here, Old Ruins. It's a very small dungeon, but there is a puzzle you need to solve to get into the room with the Hellhounds that has the perfect gold in it. So there's going to be a room to your north and a room to your south. And there's levers outside each, and you need to pull certain levers in a certain order to unlock the door. So you're going to start by running to the northern room, and you're going to pull the northern lever outside of the door up. I have the direction you're pulling it to make sure you're doing you done in the right order. So you're going to pull the southern lever inside the building up, and the door you came through is going to be locked, so go out the other door. And then you're going to go to the northern room again and pull the lever outside down. Now go inside and pull the lever inside the northern room up. Go back out the door and then pull the lever outside up. Now you're going to go back to the southern room and pull the lever inside down. So you have to go through the other door. You can see this one's still locked. Pull the lever down, and now you can go into the Hellhound room. So what you need to do is go inside and mine 2 gold. You're going to want to turn off auto retaliate so that you can actually mine without worrying about the Hellhounds, because they spawn very fast. Once you have your 2 gold, you're going to want to leave the room, and then you can home teleport to anywhere with the furnace. I'd recommend just going to El Kharid because you got to go there anyway. And the furnace is just to the west of the lodestone. So you're going to use your perfect gold on the furnace, and then use the perfect gold bars on the furnace again. Choose make a perfect ring the first time, and then use the gold bar on again and make a perfect necklace. Once you have both, you're going to head back to Avan Fitzharmon. He'll be grateful that you got the perfect ring and perfect necklace, and he's going to give you his portion of the family crest and tell you about his third brother, Jonathan. Jonathan is located in the Jolly Boar Inn right next to the lumberyard. The fastest way to get here is a lumberyard teleport if you have one from a clue scroll, but just in case you didn't, I used a Varrock teleport to show you how to get there. So from the lodestone, you're going to want to head north. And you can go out the eastern door, or you can go out the northern door. It really doesn't make a difference. I went out the northern gate of Varrock. And once you get into the inn, you need to climb up the staircase. And in the northeastern room is where northwestern is where Jonathan is going to be. So talk to him. He's going to tell you that he was poisoned. So use your anti-poison on him. And then he tells you what happened to his family crest. Choose the second option. Where can I find Chronozone? And he tells you that you can find Chronozone in the Edgeville dungeon. And then say, I'll be on my way now. Now, Chronozone is located in the northwestern corner of the Edgeville dungeon. So you can just home teleport to Edgeville. This is where you're going to need all those runes to cast the blast spells. You can see I don't have them in my inventory here, but once I finish home teleporting, because of the magic of editing, I have them in my inventory. So you're going to want to use the blast spells, which are the 3rd level magic spell. You have to use one of each of these spells and deal damage to him until it says in your dialogue box, you feel like Air Blast has done all it can to Chronozone. So you can see I have the other runes now. The staff didn't need them. I just put them in my inventory just so you guys weren't confused. So climb down to the Anvil dungeon and go to the northwestern corner. You can see Chronozone is right there. You're going to want to start with Air Blast. It doesn't actually matter which one you start with, but start with Air Blast until it says you feel like it's done all it can to Chronozone. And make sure you do that with all 4 of the elemental spells. Don't worry, he's going to respawn if you deal too much damage too fast. And it'll carry over if you've done enough damage. Once you used all 4 blasts, you can kill him anyway if you've got the confirmation in your chat box. But you might as well just use the correct spells, the blasts. He's going to drop the piece of the family crest that you need. So you're going to want to leave, get out of combat, and home teleport to Varrock. Now, on your run back, you're going to want to use 2 pieces of the crest on each other to form the family crest and put it all together. And then take that back to Domintheus. He can be in or around his house, like I said earlier. So you can see he was outside of his house here. You're going to talk to him, click through the dialogue. He's going to thank you, tell you about the gloves you can get, and that is going to be quest complete. Remember to leave a like if this helped. Comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions or tips to anybody who may be watching this video just like you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're bored, check out some of my other stuff. I do boss guides, quest guides, and event guides. Thanks.